Hello, it's Emma Jo here from Lavinia Stamps, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made this using the rather lovely new bottle sticker stencils. We're going to be starting with some A6 multivarious card, my sticker stencil. Now let's just pop this onto my work. Now I'm going to get the actual base of the bottle shape, not too close but pretty close to the bottom of the card. Now grab your Series 9 stencil brush. I've gone for my blue one, and I'm going to start with some blue atoll, and let's just create some lovely colour around this shape. So that was blue atoll, and now we're going to go for our green stencil brush, which is again mine is Series 9, and I'm getting some lime punch because I'm going to start building up my ground. So I'm just going to add a bit of foreground. Now if it helps you, what you can do is get a piece of copier paper and then use that, when you decide where you want your ground to be, use that to then blend under. Okay, so you can see, if I do this like this first, you can see me using that paper as my mask. Okay, so that was my Elements Ink Lime Punch. I'm now going to add a little bit of colour to it with my Elements Ink Olive. Okay, it's darker, I know. And I'm just going to add a bit of tone around it. Just gives it more depth for us to play with a bit later. Okay, and when I take that away, that gives us a definite ground. The next thing, I'm going to add a little bit of graphite to the backgrounds. I'm just going to take it to the bottom here. Now we're going to put some bottles either side of this sticker stencil. Grab that paper towel and wipe any excess. Okay, these are sheets of masking paper. Ink up your stamp again and just stamp it onto the masking sheet, and then cut around it, peel it off the backing paper, and just pop that over your stamped image. Ink up in VersaFine Clair Nocturne and stamp it about so. And there you go, you can see we've now got a bottle there, and a bottle there, and a bottle there, and of course our main attraction in the middle. Let's do a little bit of colour. Elements Ink Confetti, and I'm just going to cover that bit. Okay, and we'll just take that colour up. Just adds to that touch of magic, doesn't it? Don't you think? And then we've got Blue Lagoon, and just colour that in gently. And I'll do the lid as well. Next one is Russet Orange, and I'm just going to apply that using a watercolour brush. Let's just take some of this green away, so add some water with your watercolour brush and remove some of the inked green that we had before. Okay, and again here we can add some water, but that will lift up any colour, won't it? Now take your Elements Ink Confetti and take that across the lip of the bottle and add some darker colour. And I've got a little bit of mulberry. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it and take it to the bottom of that bottle. It's a lovely colour, isn't it? Wonderful. Love that. Okay, so now that looks pretty cool. What we're going to do is we're now going to add some sprigs of thyme, and we're going to use VersaFine Clair Avocado. So ink it up and start adding it above. So that's that. Now the next thing we're going to do is do some leaf creeper. Now this is the larger leaf creeper, and we're going to do this in VersaFine Clair Shady Lane. Placing that where the thyme isn't dangling. Already that's making a lovely frame for our work within. And we're going to start with some dragon's root. And this will finish our frame. And I want that to meet the leaf creeper that's coming down the sides. Okay? Don't have to stamp it all on, you can just stamp the side of the stamp. Just gives a wonderful feeling of foliage on the outside edge. So now we're going to work on the bottle. Take our sticker stencil off. And again, we'll just pop the bottle onto its backing paper. So now you have to try and match it as closely as you can. I'm going to get my Sundance on using a Series 9 stencil brush. Now if we get it to the point where we can build up the colour, okay. Now this is my Mondelez watercolour pencil, and I'm going to just create depth in that vase by giving it, if you like, a base. So from the outside we would see this lip, but inside you've got that space to work on. And then we're going to, usually I would use a Series 3 stencil brush, but in this case, because it's so delicate, I'm going to go with a Mondelez watercolour pencil and just go around the outside. Let me show you. I'll grab my watercolour brush, pop some water on it, and just soften those lines a bit. And suddenly, as if by magic, it becomes this beautiful watercolour edge. Okay, so let's add some sage using VersaFine Clair Shady Lane. And I'm just going to start by stamping one to the side, stamping one further up, and then one over. So it's the trio, remembering the one in the centre is a little bit higher. And that then gives you that feeling of it growing up. With these sage stamps, you've got one large and one small. So let's find that small one. And I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair Avocado. Now let's work on this sage plant. So this is a mid-green pencil. I want to add some depth, and also I want to ground it by making sure that our plant has somewhere to live. Okay, I would like to add a little bit of a bluey green to it now. One in a pale colour and one in a darker. So I'm going to just, with the darker one, find the flowers and just run that with a sharp point down the point of where the flowers are, the stem if you like. Okay, now with the bluer and lighter colour, let's go for some of the ones that are at the front a little. Sage is a lovely plant, and the one I have has a sort of bluey grey tinge to the leaves. There we go. We now have a sage plant growing in the bottom of this bottle. Let's add some Posca Pen now. We want the purple and the pale pink. Add some dots. For the longer flowers I do 3. This is with the purple, dark purple. And then for the smaller flowers I do 2. So now with my pale pink Posca Pen, I'm just going to add some more dots. Really sort of around the purple. Doesn't matter if they cross over, but it's only to give it a hint of it being a slightly paler colour. Now we need a white Posca Pen. I'm going to have some magical orbs going up over the base of the sage plant and up into the bottle itself. There's going to be some highlights on the lip of the bottle. Just underneath the lip on the left and over on the right hand side. And then follow the bowl round. And I'm going to do some smudging. So I'm just going to do some white going straight up in a sort of semicircle and then smudge it to create, if you like, a bit of a shine on the bottle. And if you feel that your white isn't strong enough, you can go back over it again. What we're going to do is get a lovely pink, almost purple pencil and go around those orbs. Not all of them, just some of them, to make them come to life a little bit. Now I'm going to add some of this to the base of the bottle too. Almost like it's the pink of the flowers being reflected in the glass. Now we're going to take this sticker stencil off. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. It's great fun when you do that and you start to see how the picture is going to come together. Okay. Let's get ourselves an orange and a yellow Mondelez watercolour pencil and build up the outsides of this bottle. We're doing that with the orange one first and then a little bit of yellow in the middle. Okay, so grab some pink and just go to the edge of the bottle. This is the mid blue. Remember, these bottles will be visible through glass, won't they? But they don't need to be that visible. So we just need to give it a ghost of an outline just by using the side of your pencil. And then again, using the side of your pencil here. There we go. Believable and effective. Now, with your white Posca pen, let's add some dots around the base of the bottle at the front. Almost like orbs, but not quite in this case. I'm also going to add touches of Posca to these bottles at the back. So on the lids and the lip of the bottles. Okay. We're going to need a fan brush. So what I'm going to do is just pop my bottle stencil sticker back over all that work we've done, because I want to protect it. And we'll get that fan brush with a little touch of water on it, tap the excess off, and just create a bit of interest to that background. So let that work its magic for a little bit, and then go in with a clean paper towel and lift some of that colour. It creates an interesting background and more depth again. So I'm going to use now some of the new King's Gold. Keep wanting to call it Fool's Gold, but it's really not. It's lovely. And I'm going to use it with one of the watercolour brushes. So if I put some in the lid, with a little squirt of water, and use this to go around the outside of this bottle. So all I've done there is got some water and some King's Gold mica minerals and added it to the outside with by using some water with it. And a little bit on this side too. Okay, lovely. And I feel like adding, because I'm a bit of a rebel, a bit of gold to this leaf creeper too. Not to all of it, just to a couple of sprigs of it. So there we go. Let's find something that we can put on here. So I'm going to go with Fairy Magic. Because it's going to sit just about there. No, how about some Liquid Luck? We could always do with that. There we go. There. Liquid Luck, Fairy Magic. So if you find the butterfly stickers, we are looking for some very small blue ones. And the first one is going to hover about there, and the other one needs to be flying, so this is the ones that are inside this bottle, and the other one is just above there. And then we need another flying flat out like that, and they go over there. And then one that's slightly bigger, and they go just above our Fairy Magic. Now grab yourself a Series 3 stencil brush and some Elements Ink Mermaid, and we're going to just go round the outside and give this a slightly darker frame, not by much, but just a little. And there we have it, one completed card with 4 fairy bottles and 4 beautiful butterflies and a lovely herb terrarium. I hope you've enjoyed making this card with me. Thank you so much for your company. It's been great to have you along. If you have any comments you'd like to make about this creation, then please just pop them in the comments section below. But in the meantime, you have fun crafting, and I will see you again soon. All right, you take care. Bye.